Hello, and welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV subreddit's Endwalker Ranged Physical DPS preview. This video is possible thanks to Square Enix, who generously gave us early access to an in-development build of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Due to the early nature of this build, information in this video may be subject to change. This video covers changes to Bard, Machinist, and Dancer, which all see additional actions and minor changes aimed at improving the gameplay styles established in Shadowbringers. Please note that due to changes in battle calculations, potency values may no longer reflect their current counterparts, and direct comparisons will not be discussed in this video. There are no changes to individual role actions for ranged physical DPS jobs in Endwalker, although each job's defensive ability receives a new trait at level 88, lowering their cooldowns to 90 seconds. Taking the stage first, Bards stood firmly between their brethren in terms of personal DPS and party support throughout Shadowbringers. Both of these elements have been improved for Endwalker, adding new offensive skills and a new buff mechanic for the party. If you enjoy Bard's current playstyle, you'll be happy to know that no skills or traits have been removed. All songs have had their durations increased to 45 seconds. Battle Voice's cooldown has been reduced to 120 seconds. Raging Strikes has had its cooldown reduced to 60 seconds, and Barrage has had its cooldown increased to 120 seconds. Caustic Bite and Storm Bite have also increased durations of 45 seconds, making dot management even easier. The duration of the Straight Shot Ready status has increased to 30 seconds from 10 seconds, so Bard now needs to worry much less about diverting from their rotation to use skills with narrow windows. Bloodletter and Reign of Death gain a second charge at level 84, allowing you a bit more wiggle room with those procs. As for new abilities, Quick Knock evolves into Ladin's Bite at level 82, gaining extra potency. At level 86, Apex Arrow will gain the finisher ability Blast Arrow when used with 80 or more Soul Voice. Blast Arrow hits as hard as a fully powered Apex Arrow, with the same range and dimensions but with 60% falloff damage after the first target. Upon reaching level 90, the song gauge will display a coda after singing each of your songs. Each song provides a unique coda, with the new ability Radiant Finale granting a party-wide damage buff of 2, 4, or 5%, depending on if you have 1, 2, or 3 unique coda active. And that just about covers the changes for Bard. While the overall playstyle has not changed significantly, the number of quality of life improvements and the introduction of another party support option in the form of Radiant Finale will ensure it remains one of the more active DPS jobs. Next, we'll drill down on some of the changes that Machinist has received. In Shadowbringers, our gun-wielding gearheads held a position of selfish DPS and offered minimal party support options or utility, and with Endwalker, that position will not change. Most of the additions come in the form of new damage skills and upgrades to existing skills, with few mechanical or rotational adjustments. Simply put, you'll be keeping those fast-paced hypercharge windows and heavy-hitting cooldowns. Spread Shot will evolve into the more powerful Scattergun at level 82. Scattergun deals more damage and grants more heat than Spread Shot, with 10 heat per use compared to 5. This will make overheating in AoE situations even more available. At level 86, your Automaton Queen gains a new ability from the trait Queen's Gambit. With this trait, your Queen will now execute Crown Collider as a more powerful finisher after using Pile Bunker. Crown Collider will occur automatically when the Queen uses Pile Bunker at expiration, or upon using Queen Overdrive. At level 84, the trait Marksman's Mastery will increase the potencies of Heated Split Shot, Heated Slug Shot, and Heated Clean Shot. Also at level 84, you get some more flexibility with your reassemble usage in the form of a second charge, and that flexibility will be needed with the addition of a new damage weapon skill. At level 90, the Machinist's new skill, Chainsaw, becomes available. Sharing its potency with Drill and Air Anchor, it has a longer cooldown but deals damage in a line AoE with 65% falloff and providing 20 battery gauge. That will wrap it up for Machinist. While nothing fundamental has changed about the job, it's got more guns than ever, more reassembles, and the Queen gets a brand new way for her to slay. Let's close out with a flourish and step into Dancer. In Shadowbringers, Dancers were introduced as a support-heavy DPS job, offering lower personal DPS but very high party support capabilities. Although introduced as a very polished job, Dancer had a number of minor quirks that would often frustrate players when it came to Esprit generation, improvisation, as well as the timers on flourish procs. Many of the changes in Endwalker are intended to address those concerns, as well as introduce a number of new moves. A new usability adjustment that may help controller players is that AoE weapon skills will change to corresponding dance steps when using standard step or technical step, just like the Dancer's single target weapon skills. Windmill will turn into Emboîté, Blade Shower will turn into Entrechat, Rising Windmill will turn into Jeté, and Blood Shower will turn into Pirouette. The next significant adjustment is one made to Flourish effects. The effects of Flourishing Cascade, Flourishing Fountain, Flourishing Windmill, and Flourishing Shower have been replaced. Instead, two new effects will be added, Flourishing Symmetry and Flourishing Flow. Cascade and Windmill have a 50% chance to grant the effect Flourishing Symmetry for 30 seconds. Flourishing Symmetry is required to execute either Reverse Cascade or Rising Windmill. Fountain and Blade Shower have a 50% chance to grant the effect Flourishing Flow for 30 seconds. Flourishing Flow is required to execute either Fountain Fall or Blood Shower. Additionally, the effect Threefold Fan Dance will see an increased duration of 30 seconds to match the durations of the new Flourish effects. With the changes made to those procs, the ability Flourish has also been adjusted. It now grants the Flourishing Symmetry, Flourishing Flow, and Threefold Fan Dance effects. These changes to Flourish effects should now allow Dancers to freely choose to use their procs on single target or the AoE variants depending on the situation, allowing for more on-the-fly adjustments. Improvisation has been reworked. It no longer generates Esprit or provides a healing buff. Instead, it grants a stack of Rising Rhythm every 3 seconds to a maximum of 4, while providing a heal over time to the party. While channeling Improvisation, the ability Improvised Finish becomes available. Improvised Finish will provide a barrier to the party based on the amount of Rising Rhythm stacks available. As for the new moves Dancer has to show off, there are a number of new follow-up weapon skills and new traits made available after level 80. Starting at level 82, the trait Enhanced Technical Finish grants Flourishing Finish upon executing Technical Finish. Flourishing Finish allows for the use of the follow-up ability Talana. Talana deals AoE damage with 50% falloff, while applying the standard finish and Esprit buffs to yourself and your dance partner. At level 84, the trait Enhanced Esprit is available and will grant 10 Esprit upon landing any of the following 4 Flourish skills: Reverse Cascade, Fountain Fall, Rising Windmill, or Blood Shower. At level 86, the trait Enhanced Flourish is available and grants the effect Fourfold Fan Dance when executing Flourish. This allows the use of the new ability Fan Dance 4, the most powerful of your fan dances. At level 90, the trait Enhanced Devilment is available and grants the effect Flourishing Starfall when using Devilment. This allows the use of Starfall Dance, which is your most powerful weapon skill and will deal damage in a line AoE that is an automatic critical direct hit. Adding a number of follow-ups to its flashiest abilities and multiple quality of life improvements, Dancers continue to live up to their job fantasy with good flow and rhythmic spikes in damage. And that should cover the changes for the ranged physical DPS role in Endwalker. But what do you think about the job changes? Will you shake your tail feather as a dancer, sing Tales of Woe as a bard, or ready your guns as a machinist? Leave a comment on the subreddit and let us know.